Hi, it's Ferret, aka Ferret here. Today will be the S-Rank guide for the Phantom Express. Now I'll show you a little clip of me doing it with the converge shot, but I actually prefer using the roundabout shot with the crack shot. The reason why I'm showing off the converge shot just to show us how useful it is in this fight, but I prefer using the roundabout more because I feel more confident using roundabout. And like I said, I'll be using roundabout with crack shot. If you don't have the DOC, use roundabout and the chaser. Before we really get going with the S-Rank guide, here's a tip with the third phase of this fight. One's going to spew out some lightning. The best way to handle that is to right away hug the screen as close as you can, and you should be able to avoid it. So with that little tip out of the way, let's get going with the S-Rank guide. So the first thing you want to do is to immediately turn backwards and start jumping. That's going to kill most of the eyeballs as much as possible. Again, converge is better, but I prefer using a roundabout. So just jump backwards and hope you destroy them all before they come too close to your little cart. If they're too close to your cart, just simply walk around until you dodge them. So that's going to end the second phase. I recommend just blasting the skeleton head with every EX you saved up to that point, because you're not going to be using any more EXs until the final phase of the boss fight. Now this is very simple. Basically, you're meant to stay close to the head. You're able to dodge the hands if the hands are like in between your cart, somewhat in the middle of both hands. Sometimes that doesn't work because you're a bit too close to one hand or the other. But it's not that bad of a phase, and you should enter the third phase of the fight. Okay, you remember the little tip I said at the very beginning of this guide? Well, if you're lucky to avoid having to hug the screen, you could actually get rid of that first head thing right away before it can even attack you on your side. So after that, you just simply have to parry the ghosts after you destroy them. Make sure you keep your distance from that other head until you destroy it. Okay, so if you are at the far right, you want to immediately get to the far left. When the train comes, jump and parry, and then use your super. If you're not facing the engine, your super will, though activate, not count for the S-Rank attempt. And of course, while you're aiming upwards to get maximum damage with crack shot, you want to dodge the fire and the bone hoop, and you should be done because you would have obviously done a massive amount of damage with that super. And with that, that's actually how you defeat Phantom Express, or at least from how I personally beat him. So without further ado, I am Phantom Ferret, aka Ferret, and hopefully you enjoyed this video and this S-Rank guide